Okay, today I thought I would do a quick video on how we can jumpstart our sales after a sluggish summer. Because I don't know about you, it's been a bit of a slow one, and I think with the holiday season coming up, I want to do some things to just get my shop going again. So I thought I would share some tips with you, and you don't have to do them all. I think you can just do one or two, and they will be good enough to get some traction again. So just watch the video, pick the ones that you like best and give them a go, and let me know how they go for you. But all of these tips that I'm about to share are things that I've done in the past and have worked and neglected over the last few months, so I need to get back on it. And I know in my last video I said that I was going to talk more about how we can build our businesses off of Etsy, and that content is coming, but I want to do a bit more research into some of the topics that I've chosen for the next few weeks. So the plan is to mix Etsy content with the other business building content. Okay, the first one is to refresh your photos. And this is probably the easiest one to do, and has the most impact, I think, if you can really get it right. Now, you don't have to take your photographs all over again from scratch, although if you want to, that can be really effective. And it is the way that I'm gonna go this season. But you can also just add some seasonal elements using something like Canva. So going into autumn, things like, I was going to say dead leaves, autumnal leaves. That's a bit more poetic and romanticised, but yeah, dying leaves, stick them in, they're great. And then going into Christmas, you've got obviously Christmassy stuff. Come on, Kim, you can do this. Christmassy stuff, pine cones and whatnot, dusted with flour to make snow. God, I sound jaded today. And another tip is if you offer gift wrapping, you can actually use your gift wrap as the seasonal element, which is brilliant because it also doubles as showing how you wrap something. An Etsy-like activity, and changing up the photographs occasionally is activity, so all good things. And seeing as we are talking about gift wrap and what have you, the second tip is optimizing your listings for gifting. For example, if you sell necklaces and earrings and you sell them separately, what about making them a set? And I've only got a tiny handful of things in my own shop, so I'm unable at the moment to take my existing listings and put them together into a set. So I'm having to make extra little bits that I can add with those things to create a set or a good gift. And that will be the next thing. If you don't have items in your shop that would work well together as a gift, can you make something to add to an existing listing that would then create it into a good gift? I know that August seems like a really early time to be thinking about all of this, but I'm actually late to the party because I had items and then a bit of a meltdown, and now I'm starting from scratch again. But hey ho, my point is that if you haven't already started thinking about the busier holiday season, then you should be getting on it now. Not to worry you or anything, but so giving your photographs a bit of a rejudge and starting to optimize your listings for the gifting season are two great ways to sort of boost some sales at this time of year. Another way, which tends to get dropped to the bottom of the pile, and I count myself as guilty in this respect, is keeping your social media and your shop updates up to date. So when I launched the shop, I was really good in the run up to it and for a little bit afterwards, and then the wheels fell off, and I've gotten out of the habit of posting regularly on social media. I say social media, I only really use Instagram and here on YouTube, and I'm here every week. But Instagram, I am a bit kind of whenever, and I need to be a little bit more consistent with it. So we all know that social media is good for creating community, and I will stand by that for as long as it is good for that. But there is another thing. If you need another incentive to post on social media, you can double up that content as a shop update, especially if it's got your item in, or it's a comment from a customer, or a customer using your item and you have permission to use it on your own social media account or shop. I used to use shop updates almost every day. So I closed the shop when the pandemic hit 1,000 years ago, and now that the shop is open, I've not gotten back into the swing of it. If you have a nice picture occasionally and you post it on Instagram, make it work for you. put it over on your shop updates, and at the end of the day it can't hurt your shop, and it keeps your shop active, and even customers, it just shows them that you're showing up all the time, and it builds up that know, like and trust factor. And this tip is closely linked to that, which is to gather and share social proof. Social proof comes in all sorts of different forms: comments, reviews, feedback, customer photographs, anything. And you can make it into a nice picture, and again, something like Canva, and you can post it as an update. So you're showing Etsy that your shop is active, you're showing customers that you are active and always engaging in your shop, and it's offering them some social proof. Now, I can't remember where I first heard of this, but there used to be a school of thought that said your customers need approximately 7 touches to buy from you. 7 reminders that you exist. I think it's actually a lot more than that in this day and age, because the internet is so much bigger than it used to be, and so much louder and so much more crowded. We just need more of those to get someone to go, oh yeah, I like their stuff. I'm going to buy from them soon. And they'll do something else because they have a life. Ooh, it's gone really dark all of a sudden. Let's see if I can turn this up. There we go. I look unnaturally bright, and I look like I'm sat in a cave. God. But I digress. The last tip that I've got for you, and it's one that doesn't get talked about enough, I think, and that's making sure that we offer smaller, lower risk items in our shop. And what do I mean by that? Basically, for example, I sell embroidered handmade pouches. They're good for pencil cases and makeup bags, but that's all I have in there at the moment. And it did occur to me that I didn't have anything in my shop that someone who wanted to purchase from me but wasn't quite ready to make that leap, there wasn't anything that they could buy from me to test me out, if that makes sense. So I added my calendar. You saw the video on it a few weeks back, and I have a PDF of that planner in my shop that people can buy. And because it's I can't say that word every time. Because it's a digital download. Digital. Because it's a smaller item and people can download it immediately, they can buy it for a fraction of the cost of one of my physical items, and they can try it out and again, it builds up that know, like and trust factor. You don't have to do digital downloads. Anything, any kind of smaller items that you can make, that you can sell. Not only will it help boost that know, like and trust factor, as I keep on mentioning, with your customers, but it will also ping your shop with Etsy again and say, not only is this shop active, but it's also popular. Photographs, give them a little bit of a zhuzh. 2, optimize your listings for the gifting season. 3, make sure you're consistent-ish on social media and in your shop updates. Link to that, gather and share your social proof, again on social media and your shop updates. And lastly, 5, make sure that you're offering lower risk items in your shop for customers who haven't bought from you before and want to build up that relationship with you. Over the next few weeks, I am going to be doing all 5 of those things in my own shop, because I know from previous experience that they work. You don't, again, I'm going to keep on saying it, you don't have to do all 5 of them. I was just trying to think of different ones that I know have worked for me that might work for you. If you can think of anything else that I haven't mentioned here that you think might be beneficial to anyone, drop it in the comments, because people do read through them, and it's just nice to pay it forward and share the wealth, because we really do need all the help that we can get. Oh my, now there's a little river running down the road. Now seems like a good time to wrap this video up, and I will see you again next week. Ta-ta!